We are recording. We are unmuted online. We've got folks here joining us. Let's start this Rotary meeting. We got a lot of fun stuff, serious stuff to cover today, so it hopefully will be fun. So Fran, come on up, get us started with invocation.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's so good to be here. We're getting ready to change another season. I don't know what your favorite season is, but mine's summer. I will say that this year has been just one hell of a year. And every day I try to wake up with an attitude of gratitude and put a smile on my face, regardless of what's going to come that day. So I have a prayer of thanks for us. Thank you, God, for the pleasures of summer, the bright sunny days and perfect moonlit nights, the smells of mowed grass and air after the rain. Thank you for days at the lake and evenings chasing fireflies, for vacations and festivals, picnics and cookouts, baseball and concerts and swimsuits and popsicles. Thank you for the fireworks of thunderstorms, for watermelon sweetness, for summer's pace and summer's grace, for all your beauty and power and faithfulness displayed in summer. Be with the farmers and bless their harvest with the fruits of their labors. Be with our teachers and students, open their eyes and minds and hearts to the new challenges and exciting opportunities this new school year brings. Continue to be with the many businesses throughout the nation who are looking for more workers. Bless our military and keep them safe in the face of danger as they willingly and sacrificially stand to protect and defend our freedoms. Be with the people experiencing the loss and effects of floods, hurricanes, and earthquakes, especially those in Tennessee, Louisiana, and Haiti. Be with our country and help us put an end to this pandemic. Bring peace to our people and heal the division and wounds often caused by an unwillingness to listen or to hear another's perspectives or ideas. Give me grace today to rise and turn as summer leaves. Praise to you, Lord God, for the earth's rotation, for our cycle around the sun, for sun, moon, and stars and their courses above. Praise to you for the order of the universe, the variety of the seasons, and the gift of another summer. The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you very much, Fran. All right, Lisa, would you like to come up and introduce our guests? And thanks to those of you who are coming in. Plenty of seats right up front.
Okay, Deb Osa has a guest. Deb, there she is.
Yes, I'm here. My husband, Dave.
And the Honorable Judge Jill Ritoff has a guest.
Excellent. Welcome, Dave Osa and Julie Cotton, back to the club. We are excited to have you here today. And just a quick rundown of those folks online. Mandy is with us, Tom MacArthur, Carlos, iPhone, Jess Burbrink, John Hill, Paul Gardner, Randy Foster, Steve Rakonen. I think that's Steve, that's you, isn't it, Rakonen? Tina Weldy, and Tom Neat. If you wouldn't mind, also, let's see, that must be Gail. It's interesting, isn't it, trying to figure out who people are? RWMAR, who do we got there? I'm thinking that's Gail Martin. Yes?
You're right.
Excellent, I got it. All right. And Yeoman Machinery, that's good right there. Okay, excellent. Thanks for being here today. We'll make sure we get this credited for you for attendance. Okay, if you have an announcement, please come up. I just want to say, just a reminder, next week, Monday the 6th, we will not have a meeting as it is Labor Day, so please go out and labor in the community and make our community a better place. September 13th, it is a visit from our new district governor, Jane Roush. And having spent some time with Jane, I can tell you she's going to be a great president for our district. And now that I know some more of what is involved, I just am appreciative of all of our district governors. And I know we have any past district governors in here? I know Mike Craybill was a past district governor, but yep, it's a rough job. I don't envy those who do it, but it's a great thing. Let's see, just a reminder, morning division on September 2nd. So this Thursday, if you want to get up and help a project for the Humane Society. Rob, I saw you come in. Where are you at? Rob, what's the project on Thursday morning? So if you want, come out, help make treats for the dogs. And Rob said you could even enjoy a couple yourself. So that's at 7 o'clock at the Aquatic Center. The September 9th meeting will be Caitlin Cataldo. She's the CASA director at CAPS, and she'll talk about the CASA program. And just reminders, more service opportunities. Boot Lake service dates of September 25th, October 9th, November 13th, and December 11th. I think those are all Saturdays. We'll have more and more reminders as those come up. But if you want to get out, as it gets a little cooler, it'll be a lot better getting out to Boot Lake in the morning. If you want to get out and do a little service for our community, that's the way to do it. And come on up, Susan.
And we have, again, an international service opportunity. The little dress up here is like the ones that we will be making for the little girls in Guatemala. And for those of you who don't sew and would like to help, you'll be receiving information about how we can support the teachers in Guatemala in small villages. They are actually having to go house to house at this point. And there are some things that we can gather to help them. You are involved in importing at all. You know what's happening with the pricing on containers coming across from Asia. To give you an idea, in January, one container was $4,000. Currently, $34,000. One container across from China. So we're really watching what we can send. 2 weeks from today, the 13th, I will have kits for the dresses. We're going to do it a little differently, so you can sign up and take one with you. And then 2 evenings, Thursdays, the 16th and 23rd, you will be able to either come for help or come to sew a presentation. So, the detailed email coming out. And we look forward to working on this project again. It will fall between the 10th and the 25th of September, which is the dates for the International Service Project. Thank you very much.
All right, so this is Monday Fun Day. And when we started our new year for Rotary, I said we're going to have some fun from the caring committee. So for now, for this month, if anyone had a birthday during the month of August, please stand. All right. I know, you made it in the new year. We're so proud of you. I won't clap and see how many years young you are. We won't do that. If anybody had an anniversary, a wedding anniversary during the month of August, please stand. And I'm standing. Okay, stay standing for a minute. So if you are 5 years married or less, sit down. 10 years or less. 15 years or less. 20 years or less. 25 years or less. All right, congratulations. 30 years or less. Congratulations, Peter, and kudos to your wife. I bet she does. Where was I at, Peter? 30? 35 years or less. 40 years or less. How many years do you have there? Awesome, me too, 37. And 40 years, 45 years. Okay, Candy was 2 when she got married. How many years, Candy? Awesome, that's great. And is Tom Fletcher not here, I don't think, but oh, he is there. There you are, Tom. I was looking for you earlier. So 45 years or less, 50 years or less. 51. 51, congratulations. And kudos to your wife too.
Use any fancy editing software.
Thank you, everybody. One more thing, if anybody has an anniversary for their job, this is
Video done.
Monday, fun day. So if you have an anniversary for your job, please.
Why Google is so easy to use.
How many years?
Grab this offer right now.
That's great, 7.
And in this video, I'm gonna.
Awesome, 11 years, congratulations. Anyone else? All right, very good. Thank you for all you do.
Did anyone online have any of those? I see a couple mics unmuted. I wondered if you were trying to speak up. And Andy, I'm going to make you a co-host here. All right. Okay. Thank you, Fran. That was fun. And Tom, congratulations, 51 years. That's fantastic. And Susan, thank you for that announcement of the International Service Project. I'll add that to ongoing meetings. I know we've got a couple between as reminders, but look for that meeting from Susan. That's great that we're continuing to do that. Very unfortunate about the cost of getting a container over. That's incredible. Okay. We have today a new member induction, and this is very exciting. We do not have Ron Ringenberg here as the sponsor. And by the way, I'd spoken with Ron, and we're going to get Ron back to another meeting. I did not do a good job of celebrating Ron's service to the community through his membership here, and asked him, I apologize first, and also asked him if he'd be willing to come back to another meeting. Just join us for a meeting. We can say a few words. I know that's not why he's been in Rotary, to get recognition, but he said he would do that. He just happens to be traveling now. So I think since I've had an interview with David, as well as Donna, who is the membership chair, I'll stand in as the sponsor with you, David, if that's okay. But otherwise, come on up. Let's do this thing. This is exciting. And more importantly, I was even able to find the stuff. Okay, so this will be tricky. So you're going to stand.
I will welcome. I'm going to do an official little spiel that thank you very much. And then we have some things to give to you, and then you can introduce yourself to the club. All right. So bear with me. I want to read this because it really was a great piece of work to share. So thank you. Membership in any Rotary Club is a privilege, not a right. It is a matter of invitation, not of application. Even though we did get yours, it was a little late responding. Sorry, Colin, a little busy. It's a passport to service coupled with a special kind of fellowship. Membership in this Rotary also brings responsibilities to be met. We've invited you to join the Elkhart New Rotary because we believe that your presence will enrich our conversations and your experiences will expand our horizon and your energy will help us achieve our goals. We also believe that you will meet the responsibilities of character, attendance, participation, contribution, and much more that will help improve our club. So joining this club is not a step to be taken lightly, but rather a serious commitment to others in your community. If you will make that commitment now, please say, I will. All right, so welcome to Rotary. And then we have two items for you. I know one of them is the plaque that has our four-way test. And the other one is the object of Rotary and this really cool book called Rotary Basics that I also got several years ago. And a pen, so when you want to write old-fashioned check, you can use this to donate. Yeah. Let me look at them. So anyway, congratulations. You, I'll step away and you can share a brief intro to the club.
Thank you. It's a privilege to be with you today. I've been visiting with Ron Ringenberg as my sponsor and found a very warm welcome here. My name is David Bushart, and I've been the president of Anabaptist Mennonite Biblical Seminary for the last 2 years as of August 1. Been married to my wife, Shanna. That was 37 years. We have 3 children, 3 sons, and 4 granddaughters. Prior to coming to Elkhart, we lived in Iowa for the last 30 years. Happy to be making Elkhart.
Hey, I'm sorry about that. It's been a heck of a Monday already.
We did that on purpose because I think I'd said your name how many times incorrectly, David? Now we know it's Boshart, not Boshart, Boshart. Correct? Boshart? So everyone, David Boshart, welcome to the Elkhart Rotary Club. We're really glad to have you as a member. Okay. And again, if you just keep saying it, we'll remember it, right? David Boshart. Okay. We, in lieu of an official sergeanting session today, Dave Dygart, as well as Aaron and Pete, are going to help me. I got a couple of good suggestions on the logistics of this, and I'm sorry if there were any of you that were really excited to march up here and actually read a couple of these, but it was suggested that we maybe just do a little round robin of a few designated readers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this box, which I think is pretty appropriately marked, right? And inside I have all the little bits of information, some little stories, some random facts about you all who were willing to participate and or opened your emails to send me a little factoid. So, readers, we're just going to go in order and we're going to grab a little sheet of paper. And I think, each one of these could take a few minutes. We've got some cool prizes up here. I said, does anyone recall what I said? Sweet prizes. My punnery is we'll see how that goes. Yep. Oh, maybe I'm not going to do that. All right. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so I've lived less than 15 minutes from the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. I was the youngest president of a Lions Club in Indiana when I first moved to Indianapolis in 1975. And when I was 16 years old, I made it past it a nun. So any thoughts from the audience out there? And if anyone online wants to unmute and speak up, that's quite all right too. So this is what I was hoping for. So is that we maybe wouldn't, and we would now learn a few things about this person. So lived less than 15 minutes from the US Capitol, was the youngest president of a Lions Club in the state of Indiana. Would the youngest president of a Lions Club in Indiana please identify yourself? David Tony. Excellent. All right. Good to practice hard throwing. There we go. That is also how I thought that was going to go. My trajectory was on. It was just making sure to make eye contact with someone. I think we should maybe not do the throwing. We could just distribute some of this. So that's how that's going to work. I think everyone was sworn to uphold the truth, nothing but the truth, all of that good stuff. Yes. All right, and the answer is this Rotarian plays the Scottish Highland pipes with a band from Mishawaka and have performed twice with the Chieftains, who, by the way, are absolute award-winning Irish music professionals that I've seen twice. Live on stage at the Chicago Symphonic Hall. Do we have a guess? Who's the bagpipe player? Who's the bagpipe player? Oh, Mick Falloon's a good guess. He's a good guitar player. Tell us.
Oh. All right. On a business trip to Arizona, my plane made an emergency landing because of smoke in the plane. Since we were flying first class and already into the tiny beverage bottles, it seemed exciting to go from 35,000 feet to surrounded by fire trucks in under 10 minutes. I've got all major Indiana colleges covered. I'm a Purdue alum that married an IU grad, and I am a Notre Dame fan, and I have an extensive Lego collection. Who am I? All right. Oh, there's one there. All right. Will the real person stand up? Nope. Ah, there we go.
It's more intriguing with everyone. When I was 14, I won the Indiana Indoor Small Bore Rifle State Championship in my age group, and I once testified in a murder and conspiracy trial. Interesting, huh? No idea. Anybody have any input? Todd Stone? Oh no. That's what? That's you? Really? Look at there. Congratulations.
I'd like to thank Eric for making these in an 18 font since I don't have my modules. Some years ago, my husband and his employee Tom came to our house while on a lunch break. We were sitting at the dining table, talking and eating lunch. My husband and Tom sitting beside each other, and I was on the opposite side of the table. While eating lunch, I started to play footsie with my husband under the table. After a little while, my husband got up and walked out to the kitchen, and I realized I was playing footsie with Tom. Of course, I was really embarrassed and slowly moved my feet away without looking at Tom. I should have laughed it off and said something, but was too embarrassed and didn't even acknowledge it had happened. To this day, I don't know if Tom thinks I was hitting on it. I'm gonna throw in, yeah, that's probably what he thought. Let's see, well, that leaves the guys out. Terry, Rick. All right, time for the reveal. Who is it?
That was good.
And by the way, as I said, this was a neuro surgeon for all of this great information.
Or if you're like me, max out online. I like to do mine online. So, all right, I was named a Young Homemaker of the Year at Elkhart County Fair circa 1985. My kids laugh about it now. They know I don't like to cook or garden. For the record, I cooked, gardened, preserved lots of produce, sewed, and participated in a home extension club at the time. Who am I? Susan was my guest here. No, that was not it. Dawn Fisher says no, not her. Good guesses. All right. Will the real homemaker stand up? Oh, you have numbers? $113.
I am the real homemaker.
Oh, somebody online. Is it Tina?
This is Tina.
Tina Weldy. All right. Thank you.
Yep, the kids still laugh.
If you were here, Tina, you would get some sweet treats.
Okay, as a first grader at Holy Family in Peoria, Illinois, I won the Ford Motor Company sponsored football pump pass and kick contest. My celebrity led to a local radio station interviewing all age group winners. When asked what my father did for a living, I answered, he builds gas stations, when actually he was a business manager for Chevrolet in the zone office there. My dad was in the audience and giving me the cut sign, and I knew mentioning Chevy would not go well. Wonder what Dad's not here today, is it? No, that's too bad. Would not be well received as a Ford event, but it wasn't the best answer I could come up with in an urgent setting. I don't know, that's a big one. Anybody want to make a guess? What was that? That's why he didn't show up.
All right. All right. This Rotarian says, during COVID, I found a whole new hobby of collecting comic books. And since then, it's become a very large part of my weekly routine. When I was a bit younger, I used to fly extremely large kite surfacing kites at the beach on a regular basis. I used to work part-time on a shrimp boat in the coastal waters of Georgia. I successfully landed a Gulfstream 450 in a flight simulator that was set on approach from 2 miles out at 20,000 feet with no previous experience. Comic book collector and pilot in former shrimp. Boy, you think we know these guys, don't you? Okay. Okay, who is the comic book collector?
Yep, that was Eric Schultz for those at home. Right, good one. During my childhood years, Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, and Pat Brady would travel through our little village and spend the night with one of our neighbors. Trigger, Buttermilk, and Pat's Jeep, Nellie Bell, were kept at a farm a couple miles away, and all of us kids would go there and pet the horses. Roy was very nice, and all of them signed autographs and souvenirs. Hanging with the celebrities. Who am I? The room is buzzing, but nobody's speaking up. Oh. 78. Keep guessing. Who petted Trigger the horse? Ah, thanks.
Wise businessmen from my local town, 700 people. And when they were at Pennsylvania State Fair, Ohio State Fair, down US 30, down right on US 30, and his business manager's sister still lived in our town. He would stop. He had a station wagon with a horse. Pat Brady had another station wagon pulling flatbed. They were the nicest people I could remember. And see the Lord above. And it was like, wow, we figured out what the next 5, 6 years every summer. 6-gun holsters, all like that. I don't know that stuff. But I thought it was sit up and pretty cool.
In case you were wondering, that was the second part of our program. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Many years ago, when I was 16 years old and skinny, I was a jockey in several quarter horse races, Think County Fairs in northern Indiana. In a race in Crumpstown, Indiana, when the starting gate opened, my right door didn't latch to the next as it should have, bounced back and caught my knee, spun me around. Remember, I'm 6 foot tall, 145 pounds, look like Ichabod Crane in a jockey saddle. And I hit the ground spinning. Fortunately, I didn't get stepped on by other horses. No major injury other than a bum knee, but it did end my jockeying career, and my horse finished last. Yeah, we do that by height, don't we? Any other guesses? Will the real jockey please stand up? Hi. Should have known, should have known. I don't know if the people on the line got all of that. We'll try to repeat it the next time. Okay, not you, not next. Let's do. It's up to you, Peter.
Yeah, that was Tom Fletcher, by the way. Okay, this is a short one. As a young FBI agent, I almost shot. I guess Tom Shaw. He guesses Jack City. It is Jack City. Five or six FBI agents chasing that guy into a field. And they're creeping along and he spins around and sees one of the biggest cows he's ever seen. That's an utterly ridiculous story. Oh.
Ooh. I spent upwards of 15 hours a week lifting weights in a gym, 295-pound squat, 720-pound leg press, 245-pound bench press, 75-pound dumbbell curls. I weighed about 200 pounds, dunked on a 10-foot rim from a standing jump, and won a bodybuilding contest. Nick Korf, Darren Sorg, Tom Shaw, Dave. Have we guessed any of them right? Terry. All right, will the real bodybuilder stand up? Dave Neeser. Dave Neeser, he's not here. So next time, challenge him to some weight contests.
I was a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. I met and engaged in conversation with Nelson Mandela during a flight from New York to Johannesburg, Republic of South Africa. Pretty impressive. Any guesses? Any guesses? Was a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. That's Nelson Mandela. I hope you met him after he got out of prison. Okay. Will the real victim stand up? Oh. Close online, it's the Honorable James Brickloff. Right. I happened to visit Robin Island 2 years ago and went there. There's a little cell, it's 12 by 12. The guy ahead of me took 15 minutes taking pictures of it. I don't know what it was. Just, anyway.
This Rotarian says, when I was 16, I flew to Great Britain to visit my aunt and uncle. Unfortunately, I left my brand new passport at home. My first job was hand addressing and writing the local utility water bills on postcards every month. Who hand wrote utility bills on postcards? By the way, for those of you at home, everybody is guessing Terry Rickle. She seems very experienced. Any guesses? Who's the Rotarian who hand wrote utility bills? And the question.
In the summer of 1988, while working at Cedar Point, I had a celebrity encounter. I was guessing age, weights, birthdays, and guessing game when the Fat Boys, an American hip hop trio from Brooklyn, they emerged in the early 1980s, arrived at my booth. Their group manager approached me and insisted that all three would be photographed while standing on the huge scale. Unfortunately, the scale only went to 300 pounds. There was a marketing person from the park with the group and gave them permission to do so. Of course, they broke the scale. Any answers on that one? Any guesses? Cedar Point? Jim Story? Okay, will the real Cedar Point person stand up? Our brand new, congratulations. Rob Leroy, sorry. Is that right?
Bear with us as it's been 2 years without name tags. So faces are familiar, but sometimes the names are same here. All right, as a child and young adult, I, along with my family, played gigs as a polka band. We worked across the state of Michigan, cut an album, and were hung in Hamtramck. That may be before my Hamtramck. We were like the Polish Partridge Family. No painted bus, but a large gold van. We were totally cool. I've attended a private concert at St. Patrick's Cathedral hosted by Cardinal Aiken and performed by Andrea Bocelli, and I've hiked nearly all the Appalachian Trail. Anthony Hunt, Terry Rickle. Any online guesses? Donna. Huh? She played tenor sax, keyboard, and guitar.
got up for school, got on the train. When I got off at my stop for the school building, it was be closed because it was Saturday. Sorry? Yeah, really, who hasn't done that? Any guesses? Dave got it? Anybody come to Rotary meetings on Monday when we didn't have them, like Labor Day and stuff? Would that be the same person? All right, will the row person please stand up? Oh. Pete. Dan Cohen. Yeah. Stan Cohen.
And Stan says he still doesn't know what that is. From the podium. All right, this Rotarian says, I rode 60 miles on my bicycle the summer of my 60th birthday. I gotta guess. Not, is that you? No, it's not. Anthony Hunt. I don't think he's 60. I mean, he looks it. Who else is a cyclist? All right, who is the real Rotarian? It's Katie. It's Katie. Actually, I should have known that because we do a fundraiser with Mike Elkhart and both Candy and her husband have attended. And her husband is 100 miles. That gal ride 100 miles in 5 or 6 hours, but Candy.
I'm a 100 miler, but I do it by car. I think it's really up to you. Your turn.
In order for my kids to have their own car that they chose but I paid for, I had a requirement that it is purchased as broken, wrecked, inoperable, and we fix it together so they could understand and appreciate what goes into car ownership and repair. My son just got his permit, so this is good advice. My daughter got a great education when her car turned out to be a complete mess. An embarrassing fact, I accidentally set myself and some of my garage on fire when I was disposing of old rotten gasoline in a wood burning stove. Oops. Who's the mechanic? Wes, are you? Not Wes. Anybody? All right, is the real mechanic in the house? Yes. Garrett, I'm sorry, Garrett Langford, I'm sorry. All right, thanks.
I'm a pretty good golfer. I won the Indiana Long Drive contest 3 times. But when I'm not golfing, I enjoy helping non-for-profits, having served over 20 nonprofit boards. I think it is Randy Foster. And he's online.
That's correct.
Eric, by the way, has this. What is that? The make of your car? That red car? It's Cadillac. He has that sweet Cadillac. Was it about mid-50s? 1960. Yeah, it's a very cool car. All right, this Rotarian says, I am an 8-time state champion, a 3-time regional champion, and 2-time world champion handgun shooter. I was the first junior shooter in my 5-state region post a perfect score, and in high school was invited to the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, as my sport was being considered for inclusion in the upcoming Summer Olympics. As an adult, my vision became less sharp, and I have not discharged a gun for over 20 years. I know, so I'm not going to say. That was solid. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And it is our president.
I got a long one. Upon graduating from Ball State during the middle of the Vietnam War, having not yet satisfied my military obligation, I was unable to secure a suitable job typical for a recent grad. I was scheduled for military service at summer's end, but having just married Claudia and being of modest means, needed a source of income. I had been selling Fuller brush part-time during college. Telling a very small white lie, I told my boss I enjoyed the job so much that it was my chosen career. Needing more reps, and just learning that the company was introducing a new initiative where they would begin hiring ladies and calling them Fullerettes, he assigned me a 3-county territory in rural Indiana. For about 2 months, set the Fuller world on fire with my brisk sales. Sadly, my career ended on August 20th, 1966, when I reported to Newport, Rhode Island for naval OCS. However, I married a Fullerette, and she and I have been married ever since. I'm still here.
I purchased 15,000 golf clubs at one time. Probably not my smartest move. I think we'd all agree with that.
Bob Schultz.
Bob Schultz, there we are. Bob online? Somebody guess? Yeah, good guess.
All right, this Rotarian says, people who know me would not believe that I am truly a tomboy and not a girly girl. For many years, I played the accordion and played in a band and symphony that competed in competitions in Indiana. My mother was an American and my father was Lebanese. Well, we can leave out the men, I mean, unless you're admitting something. Accordion player. No more guesses? All right. Who is our Rotarian? This is impossible.
Was a television reporter as well as an actor in television and radio commercials. I coordinated with the White House and Secret Service for a presidential visit. I once went to a funeral while listening to the speakers. I looked down and was surprised to realize I was wearing 2 different shoes. I'm not sure how that relates. One was navy, one was black. They were both left shoes. One was a 2-inch heel, one was a 1-inch heel. And I never noticed, I never noticed until they dismissed people by rows. And mine was the first to walk to the casket in front of everyone. Okay, I don't know if you want to claim that one or not, but it's there anyway. Interesting. Yeah. Once again, takes out most of the mint. Any guesses? Okay, will the real television reporters please stand up? Oh, Aaron. Wow.
This Rotarian says, how many of you have ever flown in a hot air balloon? I went through ground school and was part of a hot air balloon crew for over 10 years before moving to Indiana. So who is most full of hot air in the room? And by the way, it's not me. It's not me. Any guesses? Sharon who? Sharon Hursty? It is Sharon.
Getting down to the bottom. I once competed in an Indiana State Fair cow milking contest with Sherry Daniels, wife of former Governor Mitch Daniels. I've met Mario and Freddie and have gone 180 miles an hour around the Indianapolis Speedway in a two-seater Indy car. I've hung out with Joe Theismann and Pat McAfee on separate occasions. I play a flute on occasion, do photography, and work with my dog in agility class. Debosa? Yes.
I think we've still got, and I apologize to those of you who we didn't get to, but there's enough good information in here. I think we'll keep these and we'll use them another time, and I will keep my little key right here safely in my pocket. That was kind of fun. And I will also tell you that was really fun. A lot of you, it was kind of fun asking additional questions. Thanks for sharing that. And as president, and especially still being somewhat new to the community, it's really cool to hear some really neat facts about folks. So thanks everybody for participating. And if you want to keep sending that in, knowing that we've got enough here to get us at least halfway through another program, we do want a meeting or something like that. So if you want to send them in, send them in. And thanks for those who participated. That was actually pretty fun. And I think we realized the most important thing is we could start another band. And Bob Schultz has way too many golf clubs. I didn't follow up on that one, but I kind of wanted to. So I hope this was a fun activity. Everybody learned a little something new, and some of these things we just can't unlearn, unfortunately. But thanks everybody, and I'm sure there's some great videos out there of people doing really uncomfortable things that they would have never done in their lives, and didn't think there was enough alcohol in the world to do things that they've done. But the videos are out there. They will surface, and Mandy's sitting in a dentist chair right now, and Mandy and I will see those videos out there at some point. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for getting to know your fellow Rotarians. And Aaron, yes, we will do that. We will reveal on Rotary's Facebook the Rotarians who participated in this weekend's CAPS Masked Singer. Oh man, Julie knows how hard this is. All right, everyone, thanks for all your service. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks everybody for joining online.